I'm going to read you a ghost story about Griffith Park and the old zoo area, all right? Pay very close attention to the story. I will then ask you questions about the story. If you get a question right, you will be able to move one step down. If you get a question wrong, you will move one step back. If you choose not to answer a question, you may stay where you are. It's a little long, but pay attention to everything. Okay, we're here at the park at night. Let's hear a ghost story. At 4,210 acres, Griffith Park in Los Angeles is not only the second largest park in California, but also one of the nation's largest parks. Originally, all this land belonged to the Felices and was called Rancho Los Feliz. Eventually, it became the property of Don Antonio Feliz, who resided on the land with his sister named Soledad and his 17-year-old blind niece, Doña Petronilla. Doña Petronilla. In 1863, Don Antonio Feliz passed away, and instead of leaving his land to his family, he left it all to Don Antonio Coronel. Don Antonio Feliz was wasting away with smallpox, and on his deathbed, Don Antonio Coronel visited him with a lawyer, Don Inocante. Supposedly, these two gentlemen drew up the will, and the story claims that a stick was attached to the back of Don Antonio Feliz to help the poor dying man nod his head in agreement to the new will. The new will was witnessed by several ranch workers with a surname Paco, who resided a short distance from the main house. The land went to Don Antonio Coronel and not Doña Petronilla. Doña Petronilla was, to say the least, obviously not pleased. Don Feliz's niece laid down a curse on the land. Don Coronel, Don Inocante, and even the judge that upheld the will's legality. Afterwards, in order to put the final touch on the curse, she apparently dropped dead. If you believe the stories, the lawyer, Don Inocante, was soon shot and killed, and the judge apparently also met an untimely end. Don Coronel's family supposedly slowly died of misfortune and disease. In late 1868, a C.V. Howard owned part of the land and sold the land's water rights for a nice good fortune. His land eventually passed to Leon Lucky Baldwin, who went bankrupt and was forced to sell the land to pay for the mortgage, then was supposedly gunned down by an outlaw. The land ended up with a Thomas Bell, a financier from San Francisco. He didn't hold the land long, though, before selling it to Colonel Griffith J. Griffith in 1882. By 1884, the curse popped up again as a huge storm racked the land. The ranch hands claimed to see Don Antonio Feliz riding the rain. Don Antonio continued to haunt the land after the storm, often appearing near an area called B Rock. Griffith refused to visit the land except at midday, and the stories claim that his ostriches stampeded at night. To get away from the cursed land and the ghost, Griffith donated 3,015 acres to the city of Los Angeles in December 1896, but the curse wouldn't let him get away that easily. Afterward, Griffith, a devout Protestant, came to the conclusion that the Pope and his Catholic wife, Christina Mesmer, were conspiring to poison him and steal all of his money. He eventually took a preemptive strike and shot his wife while they stayed at the Arcadia Hotel in Santa Monica. Although she survived, she was disfigured and blind in one eye afterwards. Griffith served only 2 years in San Quentin for attempted murder, but his reputation was never the same. He passed away in 1919. In this century, Los Angeles has only suffered one unfortunate event on the land. That was when a 1933 fire left 29 people dead and 150 more injured. This fire is the deadliest in Los Angeles history. Doña Petronilla has been seen wandering the land dressed in white. She appears occasionally in an old adobe used for the park headquarters and has been seen riding a white horse around midnight. Of course, she never lived in this adobe, but is the only remaining structure from that time period. In 1921, the park managed to demolish the original Feliz Manor. All right, everyone line up. First question. Remember, you can choose to answer or not answer. This first one, though, you should answer because you can't move backwards from this spot, okay? How old was Doña Petronilla? Everyone please answer. How old was Doña Petronilla? Everyone flip. Okay. 88, 18, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 41, 25. If you said 17, step forward. That is correct. What was the last name of the ranch workers who witnessed the will? And flip. Felice? Beth? Nope. No, you're not answering? Okay. Inocante, Paco. What, nothing? Okay. Nothing. Nothing. Paco is correct. Jessica, move forward. Inocante is incorrect. Move backward. Oh. Blair is in the lead now, and she's only 2 steps away. What year did the fire take place? What year did the fire take place? Big gap between these front 3 and everybody else. It's gonna be real hard to catch up with them. Perhaps impossible. And flip. Blank, 1933, blank. 1933 is correct. Jenna, step forward. Lily, step forward. Everyone else, if you answered, step back. Jenna and Blair are now tied 2 away. What location did Don Antonio haunt after the storm? What you said? Okay. The correct answer is B, Rock. So Blair, step back. Lily, step back. But this is the last question. So basically, Blair or John, you would have to get this correct to move forward. And Jenna, if you got this, if you don't answer, you could potentially tie. If you do answer, you could potentially clinch the win. Okay? All right. When did the park demolish the original Felice Manor?
I think I know it, but I can't write it down.
Let's see your answers. 1983? 1868? Jenna, just out of curiosity, you didn't answer. What was your guess?
1921.
Okay. The correct answer is 1921. Jenna wins because the other 2 of you were wrong. So Jenna, congratulations. You win immunity. Congratulations, Jenna.
Can you please send this to Survivor so I can audition, please? Also, this feels like a spotlight.
So, besides me, like after me, then what happens?
What do you mean?
After they vote me out at this one, what happens? It's you?
I think that Emma's ready to start taking
This is so blinding.
That's what Rebecca said. Who knows? Anyways, Stephanie said that for now. And Blair said that.
She's
Did you vote for John?
Who's here? No.
You swear?
Yeah, I swear.
Are you lying?
No, I'm not lying. I'm not. The numbers were there.
Yeah.
No, I said I lied. I
said that he was told.
lied to your face
Oh,
when
yeah.
you asked me to do it. And he also made it seem like it was my idea because he pointed at me. I was like, it was not my idea.
Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah. I believe people. But this is a fun. We could do something fun.
Well, I think
What?
I think the way
Well,
to,
I mean,
I think the way to go is to get out Chris, and then that's when we start going after the sisters, because then we have the numbers with the guys.
yeah, Jenna, Jenna will win. I'm just excited to get in this bathroom. One of these is really nice. I'm not going to tell you guys which one. That's one I'm going to use, but...
Okay. Just keep trying to bring Lily because I'm not sure.
That's what I was thinking about.
I just say consistently have just one enemy rather than like making a bunch of them. But I agree. It's just, I'm not really bothered by her.
Everybody's
Jonah's the one
voting for Chris, I
worried for.
I think everybody's voting for Chris. But if you don't want to, I'd switch the script.
I would switch it. This is something interesting.
It'd be more fun. I mean, I don't think Stephanie would win. I actually don't think Lily will win.
Yeah.
But I'd love to do something like that just for fun.
Okay. So what would be the most fun? Because I think it'd be fun to have a vote where it's like we know it's all gonna go. Like 10 people want to get Chris.
It's like, but then it's like, do we get rid of Chris?
But everyone's gonna vote. It's gonna be boring.
Yeah. I would do Stephanie or Lily.
Yeah, I'm done. I keep voting for Lily. It's really easy, but Stephanie could be fun. But I mean, when I lost Ray, then I lost Patrick. Now I hold no loyalties to anybody, as I mentioned to everybody. I started a forum with Chris, and then everyone's voting for Chris, so I decided I'm gonna go rogue from here on out. I have no loyalties. Everyone's gonna vote for Chris.
Okay.
Chris is gone. He knows. It's him, I think.
Did you?
Because I think he's gonna go Lily, but I learned in this last round I don't need to vote for Lily. That'll happen in time.
Yeah, so I think right now people are talking about the sisters and Chris. Chris to me isn't a very exciting vote, but he is like a threat. He's a physical threat, and he's done well in the mind ones too. So yes, he has to go. The thing is everyone is saying that Lily has a resume, but she doesn't. I'm also the one that's making every choice as to who goes home. Literally, I've chosen that every single time. I picked Sean, I picked Gage. So, I love that people aren't saying my name, as far as I know. That's gonna be the edit that they play, and then I go the fuck home. But, yeah.
The names being floated around are Chris and Lily. I thought it was too early to vote for Lily. I feel like that's the way to go because I feel like once the sisters are broken up, Chris was going to start gunning for me. So I feel like it's good to get him out of the way so that nobody's saying my name that often in people's ears when time comes.
But she's been doing it all day. That's why. Yeah, that's why you kept finding everything out. I mean, she's baiting us, but if it flips on you, don't be surprised.
I would be so surprised. I mean, honestly, like, she's one of the only people that me and Lily were like bonded with from the beginning, like Hollywood beginning.
Yeah, because you guys were all on the same track.
Yeah.
That's why when she was like yelling at me, like, why'd you pick me as the decoy? I was like, your name was thrown out.
Because she
I
was
was
saying,
protecting you.
but she voted with me that round. I told
I
her to
know,
vote for
but she was mad because she was the decoy, and I was like, you don't understand. Your name
weren't
came up
supposed
because you're part of them.
Yeah.
I was protecting you. I was
Yeah.
making sure you just knew, vote for Lily, get out.
But she ended up not voting for
She
me.
voted with you. Yeah.
Do you think she is like waiting until she doesn't vote with me? Honestly, I don't know, because I felt like I could trust her super well. But like if she's throwing Lily's name out too, I have to think about that. Honestly, like it's starting to become like, that's why I'm so glad about this, because honestly, like
You guys are gonna
after
have to
that
turn on
fucking
each other. at
game,
some point.
like people are gonna be like, she needs to go home right now. I'm just happy right now because everything's just going right. Everything's going my way. The only problem is that I have a big target on my back because Chris keeps saying that no one should be in the final three with me because they would vote for me because I've been kicking ass. I'm just really happy because I keep winning because I've been like so excited for this and I just like know that I can do this. So I keep like I don't know, I keep convincing people to like vote certain people out, and I'm hoping that it doesn't run out right now because I feel like I'm like at the top of my game and I know that like it can come shattering down because people are really seeing it now. And I think I'm voting for Chris because he's definitely putting more of a target on my back by letting everyone know that I'm a threat, like extra hard. I'm like, dude, chill, I got this under control. Yeah, I've got a lot of things to do. I don't know, you're strong.
I have no one left. You guys got rid of all of them.
Yeah, I did my job.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I'm not working with anyone.
Are you gonna like just talk to people?
No.
Do you wanna?
I mean, here's the deal. I talked to your sister and I said if we're ever gonna flip a switch, now's the time to, because everybody thinks we hate each other.
Yeah.
The three
Oh
of
my
us.
God, you're right.
So if
Oh
you
man,
need-
I have to think really hard.
If you need to pull me in for a vote, you just tell me to vote.
But you're smart. And I feel like it's pretty easy for me to fool other people. I feel like you're hard to fool.
Yeah, I am.
You know?
That's true.
But I also like kind of like the game you play.
But I fight like hell.
I know, me too. It's fun. What sign are you?
A Taurus.
I'm an Aries.
Oh, we usually get along so well. We're gonna be
We
best.
should hang out.
We're gonna be best friends after this. Don't worry.
We should get some wine.
I just lost immunity, so I don't have the necklace around my neck. I do still have a hidden immunity, but I'm thinking it's probably the time to use it. It'll be interesting to see when I'm still around and they have to turn on each other, like what's gonna happen. And everyone who thought they were safe, well, guess what? Not my problem.
Right now, the word is that people are going to vote out Chris, which I hope is true. I am trying to make him look like he's playing really hard. I was like, he said he was trying to make an alliance with me, like, just to make, because nobody would expect that. That's what he said to me. So I'm telling people that like he's playing so hard. I'm trying to kind of lay low and make it look like I'm not playing hard, and so that people don't want to vote me out.
I think that will be he may try to do that for It'd be great.
I mean, he's gonna try to do this now, but I think
It'd be great when we do that, like when we
yeah,
just do like that.
yeah. Just to be like, we did it.
The talk is that it's Chris's time to go. I haven't talked to one person that even mentioned another name, so I believe that is the consensus right now. I feel good about it, and I feel like everyone will go that way, except maybe one or two people.
What's best? Because for me, final. Apparently, the consensus for the girls is Chris. I know that Beth, was close to Patrick, so I hope she votes too, and that it goes off. But we're just kind of waiting time till next round, which hopefully we'll be able to do something. But there's still idol talks because I'm pretty sure Jenna still has her idol because Lily said she found it in the challenge, so that's gonna be nerve-wracking to try to get around that. So okay.
I don't think you're wrong, but I think the numbers are so strong right now
That it's
I
like-
honestly would rather take out Jenna first.
Yeah,
She's so strong.
I agree with that.
People are talking about getting out big threats. There was talk about getting Lily out this time, and I just thought we had to get Chris out, so I really pushed for that. People are talking about people running the show. Of course Jenna's running the show. Do I want to get Jenna out? Of course. But can't do it now. Obviously she has immunity, but I thought it was the better play to get Chris out versus Lily because I don't think Lily's as big of a threat as people are making her out to be. She's also kind of loyal to me. So we're gonna have to start getting some big people out of here so we can have an easy road to the final three.
Come on in. This will be interesting. I can't see you. All right, so that competition really went forward and backward and forward and backward. At first I was like, oh, Jessica's got this, and then she went straight to the back, and Jenna sort of came out of nowhere and won the whole thing. She just consistent. Once she started answering questions right, she was going straight down. It came down between her and Blair and John. Her and Blair and John, but she pulled it out. Got the most questions right. How does it feel to have this necklace for the second time?
Hella good. Like, I need it. I feel really safe.
Yeah.
This is nice.
That's what immunity does. Chris, you won immunity twice in a row, and now you don't have it anymore.
I did.
How are you feeling about that?
I feel the same way I did the last time. I was told I spoke up because I had the necklace on. I'll speak up again. There are people running this game. Take a chance. That's all I'm going to say, or you're going to lose in the final three.
And are you talking about the same people you were talking about last time? All right.
They're good.
I haven't run anything. Not since we were in 4 tribes or 3 tribes. But truly, I mean, I've just been listening to what people have told me to do. I didn't want to vote for Sean. People were like, vote for Sean or else it's you. So I'm like, I gotta vote for Sean. Honestly, I don't have anything on my resume. And I don't know why he thinks I do. I think he's just trying to throw out a bigger threat than himself. And he's playing really hard.
You don't have much on your resume. I'm agree with you on that. You really are going after her, and she hasn't won a challenge.
I haven't.
All right.
I guess I'm unfairly grouping the two of them
And he's
together.
won immunity twice already.
I didn't say I wasn't a threat.
Okay.
Did I?
We can agree
I'm
on that
a
too.
threat.
then.
I'll play this game right up till the end. I'm a threat. I didn't say I wasn't.
All right. Let's hear a little bit from the ones who've been a little more quiet. Jessica, how are you feeling about your place in the game right now?
We'll see. I'm hopefully that Skylar vote will be good. Yeah, been voting the majority, so
Yeah,
we'll
Brent?
see. You never know.
I think we're starting to see people that are winning immunity after immunity, and it's hard to leave someone in the game who has been winning, and so that's definitely a consideration. There's dynamic duos, and there's people that you feel like are running the show, but you also have to consider taking someone out who may win the next time.
Let's hear from you, Beth.
I totally did just label Lily because it was easier to just have someone that I thought was the biggest person to the challenge. And not saying that you aren't, but I'm sorry, I totally did do that to you. I was
What, labeled me as a challenge then?
Yeah, it was just it's easy to just I'm gonna just go for Lily.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, I totally did that. And I think you're right. But I had no reason to do that. But I haven't seen you play that way.
Yeah, I mean,
so I'm sorry.
No, he's won a lot more challenges. I mean, I found a hidden immunity idol out of pure luck, and I played it at the wrong time.
You know, it's like, I don't know why he's like, Lily, we gotta get her now. It's like, no, we don't. Like, we need to get you. I know that now that Patrick's gone, I have loyalty to nobody, and I don't know what's gonna happen.
All right.
Was that exciting? Was that an exciting response?
Sure. And John, what's going on in John's world?
Well, I thought I would get the dog for the animal, but no one voted for me except me, I think. But I always feel vulnerable at this point because I'm probably the most listed person in tribal council if they tallied all the names up, because I'm often the one that doesn't get voted out but is very close. So, and I never heard any of those conversations, any of those rounds, so it's hard to know who to believe sometimes, yeah.
All right. Well, you'll find out who you can believe in just a minute. We will vote.
Just because you keep winning challenges, but also I don't know why anybody's saying that anybody's running the game but me. These are always my choice.
Let's hope this works. Chris.
So I think it's time to get out a threat. Some people wanted to go a different direction, but hopefully I convinced them. You don't have immunity, and that means you have to go.
It's pretty crazy. I can't believe I'm still in this game, but I am. And I might be viewed by Chris as a bird on a gator, but he's not even in the game anymore. So. I'm voting for Chris because he knows, and he keeps saying it's so well worded that no one should take me to the finals. I don't want anyone thinking that. Lord. I hope it's you and not me. Such a lame thing to say, but really do.
I think it's time, Chris.
I'm voting for John because I don't want to vote for Chris, and because I don't think John's gonna get voted out. I'm going rogue from here on out. I don't need to vote for Lily anymore, and I'm just gonna pick a new target who I think might be too much of a challenge to me. So John seems still be pretty smart and with it right now, and not too tired. So he's gotta go.
I'm not sure. All I know is it's probably not going to be me.
All voted for Chris except one person voted for Lily, one person voted for me. I am really surprised. I'm not angry or anything, but I am really surprised how it seems to be like my name becomes either the scapegoat or like I'm the constant almost ran for getting voted out. I mean, I said it out there. I think my name's probably been written down the most out of anyone. I don't know why whoever I'm not talking to is going around being like, I think it's John, but they've never had the numbers. Right now, they might have the numbers, but what that would mean is one of my alliances would have had to break. There's some wild cards in there, but I really feel good about the alliances that I have that will still have my back.
I don't know who voted for John, but sorry, I gotta turn on my girls.
I've been working with both of these people, so this is really hard. Unfortunately, fortunate.
My guess is that he gets an extra vote. Okay. I'm voting for John because taking Lily to the final 3 will make me win. Taking John, I probably won't even get to the final 3 if John tries to get me out in the next round, because I know I have to keep winning immunity or they're going to vote me out unless I do some serious strategizing.
Looks like my fun vote didn't think I would go anywhere. It turned into something. So I guess I have to do what initially we were trying to do. I didn't really mean for John to go home. Just trying to spice it up.
Girl, you are a threat because you are with your sister. You're both threats.
Okay, well, as I sit here with my snuffed torch, I feel, looking back, I feel humbled because actually I started out really confident and I was like, totally gonna win, I'm a badass. And now I'm like, damn, you know, they really got me. I had no idea what was going on like the last few rounds, and I was just trying to stay alive. And yeah, so everybody did a great job. And I think that they voted me out because they're scared of Jenna. And I think that she's proved to be the most threatening and best choice to win. And I think that they thought they needed to split us up. And you know, I hope she wins. I think she deserves it more than anybody. So she's got my vote.